I am. I love for my people. They are my strength. They are my power. God bless El Jama. God bless the community. Thank you.
Amandla! Viva Al Jama, viva! Just to comply, leaders, you know, COVID is still amongst us. So please, let's also try to keep our masks on, right? Because we do not want to be spreading the COVID virus. Now we are about to welcome our president to deliver our manifesto. But before the president comes in, there's going to be another act that will come and introduce our president.
Can I quickly say something? Hello, people. Salamu alaikum. Salam, salam, salam. I am from Cape Town, and I just want to say it. I was coming from there, and I saw this whole thing that's happening. You know, in Cape Town, where I am from, there is a whole lot of things. You know, I've been, people that promised me a house. My tap is leaking, and I can't even wash my husband's back. You see, the thing is this now, I got married, my husband passed away, man, you see. And now I can't, I don't, you know, the Muslim certificate, you understand? If you marry someone, then you must get a house. And he did put me out of the house. And I am here, I did vote, I did go to a lot of parties. I went to the A party, I went to the Z party, and it did make me 30. You understand? But now I saw this Al Jama party, and my friend told me, Annie, you must go to the party. That is the best party ever. And they don't only talk, you know, they teta. You see the other parties, they teta, glitter. But this party are the best party. But I just want to ask the president, I just want to ask him, how can he maybe assist me? You understand? Because I don't want to. My sister told me just go, Eddie, and I just want to talk because I heard this president is very sexy, so I want to watch in his eyes. You see now, where is the president? Where? Woo! Yes! Hi, salamu alaikum, salamu alaikum. I know you, man. I know this guy. I grew up with him in District 6 in Cape Town, way back. You know, I still have his photo when he was a young boy, a sweet boy. And he was so sexy and handsome, man. You know, yeah, he sent me his photo where he stand like this. Ooh, he was so sexy. I have a word with you, my darling? Can I quickly have a word with you, if you don't mind? Ladies and gentlemen, the president of Al Jama. Woo! I Mr. President, you know, sir, I just want to know by you. I saw you in Cape Town. You understand, and you know the situation about what I'm going through, you know, about the marriage. You know, I did marry a husband. But you see, in the parliament, we as Muslims, we don't have the right to get a house if you die or if your husband passed away. You can't, because our religion doesn't is not in the court yet, and you understand, in the high court, and you know, and we are fighting for that, and we're fighting for that, and nothing. You understand? And I just must, my husband, maybe you can help me with that.
Sister Jama-ah has tabled a private member's bill in Parliament, and inshallah, when you get married to the nikah certificate, you take it to Home Affairs and you'll get a marriage certificate. But sister, when you ask for the Mascavi, don't ask for 5 rand Labola. That is not right. You must ask for a gold coin every month. So that's the advice I want to give you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I just found what I was looking for. And the real right party. Not only in talk, but relationship and family. Because all of us have problems. Sometimes you don't know where to go. You don't have this, you don't have... But this is the right party. And if you're not with me, I am going for this party. Altsama! Viva Altsama! Viva Altsama! No, that's so lekker, 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 lekker. Thank you so much.
Viva Al-Jama, viva! Viva Al-Jama, viva! The next act, comrades, is the National Anthem. Can we please sing along and stand as the young man delivers the National Anthem for us? Can we all stand? Can we all stand? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our next guest of honor that will also be delivering a speech of support, it is our comrade, President from Ilawu. Amandla, Ilawu, Amandla.
Amandla. Awungithi sikhokhele kabelo yembile lendawo esekuyo. Awungithi sikhokhele kabelo. Ayo yo yo esekuyo. Bathule nje bazekendeso lendawo esekuyo. Awungithi sikhokhele Yembele aljama lendawo esikuyo yembele awumolo molo abubaka ayo esikuyo yembele nda amandla forward with Al-Jama, forward. Forward with Al-Jama, forward. Forward with the president, forward. Amandla. Forward with MMC Abubakar, forward. Forward with MMC Abubakar, forward. Forward with Kantela Musa, forward. Forward with Kantela Musa, forward. Forward with leadership of Al-Jama, forward. Viva Ilau, viva! Viva Ilau, viva! Pata Al-Jama, pata! Ngena Al-Jama, ngena! Ngena Kavelo, ngena! Puma NC, puma! Puma NC, puma! Matla! Thank you, comrades. Thank you, the leadership of Al-Jama from the province, region, and thank you, the zonal tax team of Gauteng province. And also, general membership of our congregation of prayer, which is Al-Jama. As the leadership of the union, we want to take this opportunity and we thank for this invitation. I would also love to recognize our Secretary General, Spamandla Masimula is amongst us, our provincial chairperson, and our national organizer. They came with me, and we came to support this good initiative of a progressive movement for all communities, which is Al-Jama. Amandla! Thank you, comrade president, and everyone that is here, and members of NEC. We are here, we represent the working class. Our union, it is Independent Liberation and Allied Workers Union. We registered this union after the government of DA and the EFF abused our workers in the city of Johannesburg. We represented JMPD officers when they were still EPWP. I heard Julius was claiming victory. I heard the commander-in-chief of EFF was claiming victory. I want to say this, comrade president and our MMC. It is us as the union who represented the EPWP in the city of Johannesburg, who were nothing but exploited by the government of the DA and the EFF. It is us as the union who marched and shut down city of Johannesburg and demand permanent recognition of the EPWPs. Why we did that, comrade president, and the rest of the leadership? I want us to know this. The reason we did that is because the EPWP policy document said it is the responsibility of the department or government to employ those people permanently. But those who are administrating our government, they push nepotism, they push corruption, and they sidelined our EPWP who were supposed to be given a long-term post. We fought against the councillors of the EFF. It is the same councillor of the EFF who threatened our membership in the union to say if you join this union, you will never pass out. Today, comrade president, our officers and EPWP from 2,200, now they are earning 19,000. All those EPWPs who were part of JMPD but not recognized as officers, we fought for them. We challenged the EFF. We challenged the chief of police. We challenged Comrade Mashaba. By the way, President, I was arrested. Comrade Mashaba opened a case for me. I was in court. The case has been going on for more than 4 years now. it is postponement, now and then. Because he opened a case against us because we took community members and demand permanent recognition in the city of Johannesburg. We demanded service delivery from city of Johannesburg. Instead of the government of the EFF and the DA by that time, they decided to open a case against us. But that is Sohlangana, comrade. And I'm happy today, officers or JMPD in the city of Johannesburg, they are telling the ANC, they are telling EFF that ngoba benalo ukusiza ngalesa sikhathi, don't come to us. As I'm saying, leadership of Jama-ah, we thank you for this invite, because it is now our responsibility as the labor movement to engage all working class, to engage our members, to talk to them, to vote for a party that represent or really represent the interest of our communities. It is first time in Johannesburg we have MMC like Abu Bakr. You will never have time to access or communicate with the MMC. All of them, you can count them. You can't engage them. But our MMC, our councillor, he's always on the ground. Anytime when you call him, he listens to us. We didn't end there by fighting for JMPDs. I want to say this, that all of us, leadership and members, we should know. We also represent EPWP in the Department of Health. When I talk about EPWP, some of you think of just a useless program. Or if EPWP, it's a program. But when I talk about EPWP in the Department of Health, I talk about the admin clerks. I talk about data capturers. I talk about queue marshals. I talk about those when you go to the clinic or hospital, you find them in the forefront. Leader President, those people are interns and they are on a 12-month contract. They've been servicing the Department of Health for more than 15 years. When this union came to the Department of Health, we found all EPWP under Department of Health. Some of them were earning 1,200. Some were earning 2,200. It is only us in Gauteng province. Other provinces just started following suit this year. But since the past 2 years, it is only us who made sure, and it is only us that fought for EPWP under Department of Health to be paid a minimum wage of 3,500. The rest province were still earning 1,200. It is only us in Gauteng province. And the reason we accepted this invite, Comrade President, it is because we have seen the good works done by Comrade Abu Bakr. We have seen the good works that is done by Comrade Musa in Lenasia South. We have seen the good work that the collective leadership of Gauteng province of Jama-ah has done. I don't want to be long. What we want to say today, Comrade President, our union is registered as the labor movement and as the civil rights movement. The membership fee, the membership of the union is 12,500 membership. Only here in Johannesburg district. And in Zwanga, comrades. I'm saying our union has a membership of 12,500 in Johannesburg district. I'm saying it is our responsibility to engage MPD officers, to engage health workers, to engage ShopRite meat market managers, to engage school patrollers, to engage Comrade of Josie Shomile, to come on board and support this baby that must grow to be a giant. But workers have sent me something, Comrade President and our leader of Gauteng province. Take note of these 3, if not 4. As much as we've started a fight in the city of Johannesburg to fight and represent the JMPDs, The officer said I should tell you that they have a problem in the city of Johannesburg. The organized laborers are fighting us. They say we are not recognized, therefore they cannot entertain us. Therefore, the workers and the officers have requested Jama-ah to intervene. JMPD officers have requested me to deliver a message to the leadership of Jama-ah. They are suffering. They don't have uniforms. They don't have bulletproofs. There's a lot of things that are happening. So they request your intervention, Comrade MMC. We also have a crisis of Josie Hlomile. When we talk about Josie Hlomile, we talk about those health workers who go house to house in communities, give those who cannot walk or those who are disabled medication. Siyabazi sonke siphume elokishini. Labantu abagqoke uniform yago health, they do door to door, give you medication and taking care of elders. City of Johannesburg is exploiting them, and it cannot continue to exploit them when we have our councillors in the city. The Josie Hlomile workers says enough is enough, and they request Jama-ah to act now. They request Jama-ah to assist them now. We also have, lastly, workers from Department of Health. All of them, they're from Department of Health, by the way. But some of them, they report in the province. Some of them, they report in the municipality. The workers of the EPWP from Department of Health, they are saying we are dying, Comrade President. We have been working in difficult conditions. We, as the EPWP, the President Ramaphosa has not included us in the COVID fund. We are not benefiting anything from COVID fund relief. It is us, Comrade President, who make sure people go and vaccinate. It is us who manage queues. It is us who register people in these health facilities. But when we die from COVID, no one says anything about us. We wrote the letter to MEC. We spoke to the previous MEC and acting MEC, Jacob Mamabolo. We engaged with MEC, the former MEC, Bandile Masuku. We are currently engaging with one of the useless MEC who has never had an experience in the Department of Health. She has never worked in Department of Health, but they've appointed her as the MEC of Health. And she's not taking care of our people. We have lost almost 53 of our members, Comrade President. We have lost 53 of EPWP since from last year, only in Johannesburg region. Dr. Bandile Masuku came and promised us. Then they removed him. ANC removed him. Now the last hope of workers, it is Jama-ah. So on those three cases, which is its JMPD, which is Josie Hlomile, which is its health EPWP, and the traffic free flow. By the way, when I conclude, leadership, we request Jama-ah to assist us. We request Jama-ah to intervene in the city of Johannesburg. We will submit proof. We will submit evidence to you, Comrade Councillor, where EFF councillors threatened our members through audios and texts, telling them not to associate themselves with us. If they associate themselves with us, they won't be appointed. And indeed, Team 95 today is sidelined. Only 300 EPWP went back to work, and Team 95 is still outside. We also have 1,500 from Pick It Up. 1,500 workers from Pick It Up. The CCMA judged in 2011 to say they must be reinstated. But the city of Johannesburg refused. Our people bayahlupheka. Our people sleep bangadlang. We request this party, we request the leadership, because it is our last hope. This is our last hope, and we believe that the Jama-ah, it is going to take our people serious. It is going to take us serious, and it is going to take workers serious. There is no liberation without liberation of workers. We are going to make sure workers vote for Jama-ah. This number, leadership, all of you, comrades, when I conclude, we must not be discouraged by number. We must not be discouraged by those some of you don't know. Jama-ah means congregation of prayer. We are prayer warriors. We shall pray to only him above us and no other man. Amandla! Amandla! I hope the leadership of Jama-ah Basizwile ikhalo zabasebenzi. Workers will come, workers will vote Al Jama-ah. Workers will support Al Jama-ah. From JMPD, from ShopRite, from health, and everywhere else. From now on, comrades, all of us here, let us go recruit, let us go mobilize, let us go make sure our voice is heard. Salute.
Viva, President of Malawi, viva. Viva to the workers' freedom, viva. Our speaker before the Honorable President comes, it is Ntate Thabiso. He will introduce himself. Over to you, my leader.
Amandla, Matla, Matimba, Matimba. Thank you. You seem to be like, I don't know, am I like putting the other speaker down? Or maybe you guys are not so motivated. My name is Thabiso Twala. I'm from the Gauteng Muslim Shura Council. We are a black Muslim organization in the country that represents and organizes black Muslims in Gauteng and other provinces as such. So we are here to give our message of support to Al Jama-ah as the tide has turned in terms of politics in the country. We're no more going to play your racial politics and so forth. And as Al Jama-ah says, even in Islam, we believe in community. You know, community beyond us being Muslims and so forth, but also community inclusive of everybody else. So we are here to give that message of support to Al Jama-ah to say we're going forward, we're removing corruption and all the messes that come with it from this government. Amandla.
Thank you, Honorable Thabiso. Now to the President of Al Jama-ah. Over to you, my leadership. Asiphakamiseni uPresident ngengoma bafethu.
Can we use that already?
Yes, we can. No, we can. Yeah. Are you able to go, sir?
I'll jump off the one.
You jump from there? Amandla. Amandla. Bopha. Siyabonga. As I indicated, we are about to allow the president to speak, but before the president gives us an address, I would like to firstly welcome Shamima, our national spokesperson.
Thank you. Viva Al Jama-ah, viva! Viva Al Jama-ah, viva! Viva Mr. President, viva! I thank you all for being here today. All protocols observed. It gives me great honor, and it's a humbling moment for me to introduce the president of Al Jama-ah. Muhammad Hanif Ibrahim Hendricks was born and raised in District 6. He's the leader of Al Jama-ah Party, which he founded in 2007. Al Jama-ah is the only Muslim political party to have obtained a seat in parliament. The president was exposed to politics at a very young age by his activist mother, Hairunisa Ali Hendricks. His deceased parents were Imam Sheikh Ibrahim Latif from Durban and Hairunisa, who is also known as Mrs. Sheikh. During the 1960s, the Latif family was forced to change their surname to Hendricks to avoid being deported to Natal. Hendricks' maternal and paternal grandparents hailed from Johannesburg, where they were anti-apartheid activists. As a young boy, our president, he accompanied his mother on visits to political prisoners and meetings. Often, he had to give up his bed to visiting political activists on the run from the security, and to the Gogos who traveled to Cape Town to visit their loved ones incarcerated on Robben Island. Our president's education, he studied at Chapel Street Primary School and Trafalgar High School in District 6. He has a B Honours degree in industrial psychology at the University of the Western Cape. He founded the university's newspaper, which is called Unibel, and he became its editor. Our president is a founding member of the Muslim Student Association, executive member of the Majlis Ushura al-Islami, a campaigner for free education, Free Nelson Mandela campaign, vice person of the Forum for Black Journalists, general secretary of the Trade Union for Workers with Sensory Disabilities, cricket manager in non-racial sport. He played rugby, athletics, table tennis, and chess. In his professional career, our president, Mr. Hanif Hendricks, was a national industrial relations specialist for Nestle, founder and director of MWIM and its HR director, received 2002 award from NASPAS as pioneer of the internet. After retirement, he did pro bono work for the trade union and secured a provident fund for workers and disabilities. He taught at primary and high school and lectured industrial psychology at Cape Technicon and UWC. One of the founding members of the Muslim radio station, Radio 786, and he was instrumental in securing its broadcast license. Prior to becoming an MP, he was a councillor in the city of Cape Town. In Parliament, he serves on the following portfolio committees: Small Business Development, Joint Standing Committee on Intelligence, Labour and Employment, alternate member, Health, alternate member, Home Affairs, alternate member, International Relations and Cooperation, alternate member, Justice and Correctional Service, alternate member, Standing Committee on Public Accounts, alternate member. Our president, Hanif Hendricks, has really provided us with a platform for all communities to effect changes in our communities and our societies at large. And our president, Hanif Hendricks, is there to ensure that there is no promises from Jama-ah, but we are here to serve and to not to be served. We are here to deliver and accomplish, and we are here to work together with the communities to ensure the basic essential rights of every citizen is met. It gives me great honor to now welcome our president, Mr. Hanif Hendricks.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A very good afternoon to all of you, and I'm very excited to be here at Freedom Square, where you know the Freedom Charter was launched. My mother, who was an activist looking after the wives of prisoners after the treason trial and the Ravonia trial, told me that there were 3 amendments, 3 different freedom charters. I personally saw 2 of them. So yes, we do have a freedom charter. We have a constitution. Did that freedom charter, did that constitution bring about freedom after 27 years? No. The political party that was responsible to implement the Freedom Charter and the Constitution failed South Africa. Today we are the most unequal society in the world. And in the city of Cape Town, where the DA rules, that city is the drunk capital of the world. So Jama-ah now comes on board to implement the Freedom Charter. There has been 18 amendments to the Constitution which everyone boasts about, but it doesn't create jobs. There's so many inequalities. There's so much poverty. But let me go on to my manifesto speech. I'm very honored that we are celebrating the birthday of Emeritus Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and we would like to wish him a happy birthday. Can you sing happy birthday to you? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Okay, now having sang that song, it is also my granddaughter Raisha's birthday today. So happy birthday, Raisha. All protocol observed after acknowledging the birthdays, but I'm also proud to have my son Ismail here sitting in front on my chair. I think he wants to be the next president of Jama-ah. Ismail, please stand up. Thank you. Girls. Ismail is married. He is married. And he's married to a banker. You can never beat a banker. Our national spokesperson mentioned that in 2002, I got an award as a pioneer of the internet. I introduced online shopping, online banking. Under my leadership, online media. Media 24 was born out of my hands. There was no Media 24. Then we had Twitter, we had WhatsApp, we had emails, we had Instagram. So if it wasn't for me and it wasn't for Jama-ah, you would have had no WhatsApp. You would have had no Twitter. So thank you thank you, Jama-ah. Thank you, Jama-ah. Viva Jama-ah. But now, Jama-ah wants to move you into the cyber civilization. You know that they talk about the fourth industrial revolution. But do you know what was the first revolution? The first revolution was coal and steam. Write it down. The second revolution was electricity, which the city of Cape Town charges so much the poor people can't afford electricity. The third revolution was digitalization, online stuff. And all our municipalities are far behind. There must be free data. There must be free internet. That is the first step to freedom in the cyber civilization. And Jama-ah will ensure in the municipalities that it will co-govern, that there will be free data and free internet. By denying the young people of South Africa free internet and free data, it is as bad as apartheid. We can't have apartheid after 27 years of democratic rule. We have to free the internet. We have to free data. Then that's the first step to freedom. So we don't have freedom. Jama-ah gives a clear message to the DA and other political parties that where we will govern or co-govern, we will get things done better. Not just get things done for the benefit of white people. Where we will govern, we will get things done better. Yes, we got things done better like the DA when we started to co-govern the city of Gold, city of Johannesburg. Our MMC Imam, the fellow Ahmed from Soweto, we heard earlier on from the trade union. He got things done better. Not like the DA, you see their posters, we get things done for the benefit of the whites. Imam Council, the fellow, made things happen. And I just list a few: making development planning accessible to the people. The city of Johannesburg has now approved the green building policy. You must see the green building policies in Singapore. It reduces climate change. And here in South Africa, we die because nothing is being done about climate change. In Khayelitsha, 1 million residents are slowly poisoned by the DA because they pollute the waterways. When the DA ruled the city of Johannesburg, they refused to approve the Southern Farms mega project, and neither did they want to approve the Lanseria Smart City presidential project. Yes, we want a smart city, but Jama-ah wants
Smart city.
smart wards, smart voting stations, smart rural villages. Because I got the award as a pioneer of the internet, and I'm dabbling in we're dabbling in the 5th Industrial Revolution. We are catching up on the 4th Industrial Revolution. And in Mapami village, near Umtata, where they have an ocean and they have a forest. Now the white people don't know about it, otherwise they would have already
Near Umtata, where they have an ocean
and captured that
and
forest.
they have a
I hope
forest.
no whites are listening.
Now the white people don't
Otherwise they
know
will
about
go
it,
out and
otherwise they
develop
would
it
have
and capture
already
that.
near
We've given
Umtata,
that
where they
rural
have an
village
ocean
through our
and
efforts.
captured that and they have a
I hope
forest.
no whites are
Now the
listening.
white people don't
Otherwise they
know
will go
about
out
it,
and
otherwise they would have already
We need to try that rural village. Our efforts and
I hope no white people don't
Thank you. white province. But clauses allowing a movement party co-governs, will make sure that that is a pipe dream. That person at Gold Reef City, he will die. And when he dies, there won't be another country that his soul can go to. His soul will stay in South Africa. Now I want to talk to you about the biggest corruption that's happening in South Africa under your eyes. And that is the hourly rate. Now I know the unions don't like an hourly rate. They want a full month salary, comrade. But the DA negotiates an hourly rate with consultants. And they triple the price. And secondly, they inflate the work that has to be done. Now, when it comes to consultant work, there's no oversight. It's a statement which the consultant sends to the CEO. And that CEO in the city of Cape Town, just to give you an example, I read in the press, he approved it without any oversight. The mayor didn't even have a say. He could just approve left, right, and center the invoices from consultants. And in this way, 75 billion rand was spent on consultants. And that CEO who signed off on the invoices, he has now been offered a job in a top company and shareholding because of the hours that he signed off for them over the last 10 years when the DA ruled Cape Town. So one of the things that we need to ban, I know South Africans, like Don Motera said, we don't like banning. He told his sisters, you know, hey, they're going to ban you, hide away, don't let them catch you. But hourly pay for consultants must be banned. It must not be allowed because they charge 10 times the price, and that work can be done by officials at a very cheap price. So that's where our money is going. The biggest looting in all our municipalities, and I don't want to talk about the province and parliament, that's another story. That we leave to the Zondo Commission. But the biggest looters are the DA-controlled municipalities where they use hourly rate to steal the money. Now, they are experts because during apartheid, they stole more than the ANC did and other political parties. The ANC must learn from the whites and the DA how to be corrupt and how to loot and to steal. They are just stealing the crumbs. The white man knows how to steal using these hourly consultants. So Jama-ah, when we co-govern 6 of the municipalities, we make a small start. I know there's 2,000 municipalities. We just want to co-govern 6. We want to co-govern the city of Johannesburg, where MMC Tapalo is doing a great job. And the citizens of Johannesburg will benefit from his dedication. And when it comes to ward work, we've got Councillor Imran Musa, who set the standards for the rest of the country. Our beloved councillor, the only beloved councillor in South Africa. Okay, I want to conclude by talking about service delivery. Every mayor, every political party has come to the voters and say that we will provide service delivery. And service delivery, and everyone has got service delivery on their lips. But service delivery, the way it happens in South Africa, is akin to oppression. Now you will say, Jama-ah, what's wrong with you? You're saying that service delivery is oppression. We want service delivery. But Jama-ah is saying, and we are live on many TV stations, we are saying, downward service delivery, downward service delivery, downward service delivery. If you go to the Freedom Charter, this is one of the clauses that was voted on and approved where we stand. Where you stand. People put up their hands. And what did they vote for? I think in their hearts they wanted to vote for Jama-ah, but we weren't around yet. But they voted, the people must govern. The people after 27 years in South Africa are not governing. And that means our freedom is fake. And I can see some of the spirits of those who are involved in the Freedom Charter sitting next to you, trying to pacify you, trying to motivate you, and telling you, please, man, implement the Freedom Charter. Not one clause of the Freedom Charter has been implemented. The clauses in the Constitution to bring about transformation, right to water, right to housing, right to clothing, right to food, none of them have been implemented. 27 years is a long time. Very long time. And so Jama-ah is the party that now needs to co-govern, persuade other political parties to do the right thing. So now you will ask me, Jama-ah, some of our councillors will say, your president says down to service delivery. The most celebrated political analyst is Professor Stephen Friedman. He is professor of politics at the University of Johannesburg, a very progressive university and a progressive professor. Everyone wants to interview him. And he says in the democratic local government, only one qualification really matters. So I'm telling the Jama-ah councillors, if you can't meet that qualification, please give up, join another party, form your own party. We don't want you. We only want councillors, ward councillors, PR councillors, MMC members that will comply with what the professor has to say. And he says, only one qualification matters, being able to represent people effectively. Name one councillor, name one PR councillor, one ward councillor, one MMC that represent people effectively. We've got the first ones. We've got MMC the Pellow and we've got Councillor Imran Musa. But two is not enough. We need more and more councillors to represent people effectively. That's what the professor says. And he's not a nutty professor. He's a real professor. So we must listen to what the professor says. He goes further. Mayors and councillors don't manage the technical functions of councils. That's true. You're not allowed as a councillor to interfere with the technical functions of the council. If your electricity is off, you don't climb the pole and put it on. You'll shock to death. You get someone else to do it. You do oversight. The job of a councillor, a ward councillor, and a PR councillor is to make sure that they do it in a way that serves the citizens. But here, in all our 2,000 municipalities, You find a political party has a policy, they prepare a budget, and they tell the officials implement it and make sure that we can steal half the money. That's what's happening. That's not serving the people. The top-down approach is not the solution for South Africa. We must listen to the professor, that the representatives make sure that they do it in a way that serves the citizens. Professor Friedman further states that democracy is meant to be a system in which the people govern, and decision-making by the people is the core feature of democracy. But the decisions are made by the political party who's got the most seats. They then draw up a budget, and they draw it up in such a way that half of the money gets into other people's pockets. That's why I told the previous Minister of Finance, we need zero budgeting. When I worked in Nestle, a Swiss company, when I worked in Mnet MultiChoice, a company on the stock exchange, the biggest company in South Africa, we did zero budgeting. The Minister of Finance, he embraced it, but he realized he doesn't make the cut, so he resigned. Because there was so much opposition to zero budgeting by the people who loot and steal and inflate prices and inflate tenders, that he couldn't take the heat and he had to resign. And now he is a backbencher in Parliament like me. And the two of us, when the sixth Parliament was elected, we went together up to the Speaker and the Judge to swear in that we will serve South Africa. The only way to serve South Africa is zero budgeting. And that is what Jama-ah will do when it co-governs the 5 or 6 municipalities that we are eyeing. Professor goes on, if it is about service delivery, things happen to the people. Local government's role in a democracy is not to deliver to the people. You don't deliver houses, you don't deliver food parcels, you serve the people. You serve the people by holding what we call in Islam proper shura. And we had the leader of the Shura Council for Gauteng giving his support. The Shura Council, it's a Muslim council, but you know, they intermarry and it's everyone, it's all cultures, it's a real community structure. The Shura Council of Gauteng must teach the concept of Shura, consultation, because you don't deliver to the people. You serve them by consulting them, and they are the expert in understanding consulting, because it's a matter of their faith. They pray 5 times a day, and they pledge that whatever they do, they will hold surah, and they will hold consultations with the people. So Jama-ah is here to serve, and not to be served. And we're not going to serve other people coming with trays. We're going to sit down with them and tell them, look, zero-based budgeting, a budget for every ward, and later on for every voting station, for every rural village. Zero-based budgeting is, we don't add 10% to the budget that the beachy suburbs and the leafy suburbs got during the days of apartheid. Their budget was 100 times than the budget of suburbs in Soweto and in Mitchell's Plain. So every year they get 10%, so they just grow higher. No. We start from scratch. We go there and we try and bring equality amongst the wards, equality amongst the voting stations, and equality of the rural villages with these beachy suburbs and these leafy suburbs. Why must Mapami village near Umtata not have electricity, not have water? They are at the ocean. I went to the ocean, I put my feet in the ocean, and I caught 10 crayfish, and we had it for breakfast. That beach, Mapami Beach, is so rich with fish. You just go there and you take whatever fish you want. But the only thing is they don't have the nice snook of Cape Town. When our people protest, the media describes it as service delivery protests. and not reveal the real reasons why people are unhappy. What's wrong with the media? They are the 40th state or the 50th state. But they are perpetuating colonialism. They are perpetuating imperialism. They are promoting factionalism. They are promoting patriarchy. And it is a problem. People in informal settlements who protest the service deliveries, who have decided they, the people, have built their homes or shacks on the wrong place or area. Council must understand the role they play as service deliverers and should be skilled and enable them to serve voters better by understanding what consultation means, what surah means. So they must know what are the people's needs and to serve them. Let me conclude, Program Director, and thank you for your patience. And I'm sure by now you've made up your mind. No, we must vote Al Jama-ah. We must tell our people to vote Al Jama-ah. Al Jama-ah is already an alternative in many areas to the PAC. When they come there, they think we're the PAC. And the reason is because we stick to the values of our forefathers. We stick to the values of Chief Albert Luthuli. Chief Albert Luthuli was a Nobel Peace winner. He was so respected in the world that Robert Kennedy flew, he was a presidential candidate in America. He flew with a helicopter to Groundville. His wife Ethel, she was scared of airplanes, but she accompanied him in the helicopter to show the respect for Chief Albert Luthuli. And what did Chief Albert Luthuli do to gain all that respect? He promoted not gender activism, fatherhood. He promoted fatherhood, which is in line with our Islamic values as well. The father, he used to have a meeting every day with the children, the daughter-in-laws, and the extended family, and he said, guys, how was your day? How did it go yesterday? What are you going to do tomorrow? How can we help one another? And he gave advice. That's the role of fathers. Absent fathers is a tactic by the colonialists to break up families. Gender, we want equality between men and women, but we feel women must get more rights than men. So we don't believe in gender equality. Al Jama-ah does not believe in gender equality because we feel the woman must have more rights than the men. And in that direction, we promote fatherhood. The father must be dragged into the family home and perform his role. Fathers who are not performing that role, we must use Ubuntu. We must use Ubuntu pressure to get fathers, because we have a situation where men don't maintain their wives. There's no food for the children to put on the table. Parliament has failed, Madam Speaker, if you listen. Parliament has failed women when it comes to maintenance. The lack of maintenance payments so that the child can have food on the table is worse than gender-based violence. So we are different to other political parties. They talk about gender-based violence, but they don't put the responsibility where it is, and that is what Chief Albert Luthuli put on the table. And so Al Jama-ah will push and will educate in the classrooms. We'll have textbooks. We want to make sure that the men and the boys and the young people in the Arabic language nafaka their women, maintain their women. I'm going to be very popular now because I'm going to say that women must chill out and relax at home, build their businesses, let the men carry out their responsibilities so women can be rich and they can start women empires and not do all the work, and then the men sit back and they do nothing. Noni Mukati says the people must have the balance of power. Now I apologize. I said that Al Jama-ah wants to have the balance of power in 5 municipalities. But Noni Mukati says the people must have the balance of power. So, MMC councillor, we have to revisit that aspect of our manifesto. Advocate Shamima, you are the legal eagles. Noni Makati says, parties must not have the balance of power. The people must have the balance of power. And she quotes a Chinese activist, Tsai Ing-wen. He says, democracy is not just an election, it is our daily life. Serve, deliver, achieve, as Al-Jama-ah concludes the speech. Let it restate that it is committed to serve all communities loyally. Many political parties were born in a church, even the Communist Party. We were born in a mosque, but we are a platform for all communities. And we have 1,000 councillors in 7 provinces and in 30 or 40 municipalities, whereas in the previous election we only had 50 candidate councillors. Al-Jama-ah has grown dramatically, but that doesn't help if you don't vote for the party. The viewers on the TV stations, the listeners on the radio stations, now is your chance to put an alternative government in place. Okay, we may not be the government because of numbers, but we want to co-govern. So give us the balance of power in inverted commas. We're going to transfer that balance of power to the people. Democracy is under fire in every ward Al-Jama-ah contests. So vote for Al-Jama-ah. We are the answer. We are the answer. We will get the job done better. We will not get the job done like the DA says. We will get it done better and better and better like we've been doing so far. So vote for Al-Jama-ah, a platform for all communities. You can make a difference in your ward and in your community if you vote for Al-Jama-ah and build back, empower your future. Vote for Al-Jama-ah. I thank you very much, and thank you for the media for supporting a small party. Where did you hear the media coming out to share the manifesto of a small party with the nation? So, viva the media, viva! Thank you very much.
Izolo silalanga, izolo silalanga, thapelo kalalanga, umusa kalalanga, aljaha ilalanga. Amandla, amandla, ayasaba magwala, ayasaba magwala.
Amandla! Now we give over to our provincial chairperson of Al-Jama-ah, Thapelo Ahmad, as he delivers the vote of thanks. Viva Thapelo Ahmad, viva! Viva provincial chairperson, viva!
Sizabala zelele,
Sizabala zelilis. Sizabala zelilis. Amandla. Amandla. Matla. Thank you very much, my fellow comrades. I am requested to give a vote of thanks. I would like to thank the team that has put this program together. I would like to thank the media for making it possible, our media stakeholders who are present here today. I'd also like to thank Enough Cock, who are on board, who have made it possible as partners to support our initiative and our manifesto. Remember, the manifesto is a public document where we are engaging our communities on what are we going to prioritize post-election. I would like to thank the NBBC, the National Black Business Caucus, which is with us here today, and they are advocating for the business community in the country. I would also like to thank the Soweto Construction Chamber, Aboba Butwala, who are with us here today. I would like to thank the Soweto Gauteng Muslim Shura, which is here with us today, and many more communities. I would like to also extend the gratitude to Pastor Matera, who's also supporting our initiative as Jama-ah. So this is an indication that Jama-ah is a community it's a platform for all communities. Thank you very much. I would also like to thank our ward councillor candidate, Ward 18, Ward 19, Ovelile Nganani, who will be standing with us and contesting this ward in the upcoming election. Thank you very much. Amandla.
Thank you, Provincial Chairperson, our leader of Jama-ah. Viva Tapelo Ahmad, viva! Viva Jama-ah, viva! We are led, people, we are led, we are led. As we call our leadership, Veli, to the podium to introduce himself as the councillor candidate of this ward.
Ayasaba makwala tubula 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 ngis aba makwala tubula 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 ko tubule kublu tubula 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 ngis pa. Thank you very much, Program Director. Thank you very much, Mr. President. I'm actually your host today because this is my ward. Thank you very much for distinguished request that we have today to honor our manifesto day today. I see Jama-ah, the future in Jama-ah right now. Comrade President, I stay right across the road. I am the resident of this area, the Kliptown. I think when they did all this concrete that they built in here, they forgot about us because I still use a bucket system even today. When I got to Jama-ah, I was taught the political understanding in Jama-ah that I should go to my community and actually ask one question, that are you comfortable in the situation that you are in? Are you comfortable when 27 years that we were given a promise that you're going to have a better life? It's still like that. Even today, are you comfortable that you are still living in the conditions that you are living in? Jama-ah has given me an opportunity as Velile Mavela Nganana to represent my own community. If there's nobody who's going to speak for my community, I raise my hand. My name is Velile Nganana. I'm the Ward 19 future councillor of this Ward 19. Thank you very much.
Viva Comrade Veli, viva! Viva Comrade Veli, viva! Amandla Jama-ah, Amandla. we do not only have men as candidate councillors, we also have Princess here from one of these closest wards. Over to leadership.
Good day, everybody. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sanbonan, die Machereni. Goeiedag allemaal. People, my name is Princess Shazia. I'm councillor candidate for Ward 18 in Eldorado Park, Kliptown as well. This is my ward, people. I would like to welcome our president, Mr. Hendricks, Mr. Musa from Lenasia, our MMC Ahmed and PS Cabello, and all our volunteers and our supporters of Al Jama-ah. Guys, please vote for Princess Shazia, Ward 18, and Ward Councillor Bishop Freddy of Ward 17. Amandla! Maibuye Al Jama-ah, maibuye! Baie dankie almal, ngiyabonga, ngiyakhensa. Bishop Freddy, ne?
Program director, I'm hijacking your session now. Amandla! Agnes. Amandla! From Cape to Cairo, Morocco to Madagascar, from Cape to Cairo, Morocco to Madagascar, Eazanea, izwe lethu mama. Solitata nge Al Jama-ah, awe azanea, izwe lethu mama. Solitata nge Bazooka, how from Cape to Cairo, Morocco to Madagascar. Amandla. Afternoon, comrades. President and your delegation, His Excellency, I would not call you by name, but we are proud. We don't want to co-govern because we are capable of running the city of Johannesburg. And we therefore say, our mayoral candidate is going to become mayor come 1st of November. Councillor Ahmad, the provincial chairperson, and his provincial executive, including all councillors, they have delivered land to the people of the south of Johannesburg. When we say, asifuni lama box omeches, lama RDP, sifuni umhlaba, Al Jama-ah proved that when it signed and approved a mega housing development in Southern Farms, Aikenhof, Jackson Drift. We said, President, we want our birthright to be returned to us. And our mayoral candidate, who is not a candidate, is already the mayor of the city of Johannesburg, the executive mayor Ahmad, has placed that into practice. He has delivered. We want capable leaders like him who are leading by example. Today, we are taking over the city of Johannesburg, my leader. We are saying, as Al Jama-ah, that ikhalo zenu zizwakele, izindlu zenu nizozithola, yonke into benifisa nizoyithola. But there's only one secret. The only secret is that we need not to be playing games while we are supposed to work, my leader. Every one of us is supposed to be there on the ground. Njengoba nila, I'm not going to vote alone. Along with my family, they are going to vote. So I've got 9 votes by myself. Comrades, we need to take the struggle serious because it still continues. And we are going to 2024 leadership. We must take over the country. South Africa belongs to all of us. We said we wanted dignity in conclusion. We wanted equal rights